Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of the Puerto Rico Skyview channel. My name is Emmanuel Santiago and today I will bring you the very first episode of my version of DJI Fridays. So for this episode, I will be talking about the low light settings and low light performance on DJI's latest, at the time, Mavic 3 drone. I was really skeptical about this drone and thought that the Micro Four Thirds camera will not capture or do well in low light environments. But in this video, I will let you know my opinions based on my real world experience here in my hometown of Aguadilla, which is, I found that it is not all well lit. And at night it is very dark. To my surprise, I've always thought that we had plenty of light pollution, plenty of lights in the night sky, but really, I found that this is quite the dark environment, and that's coming from my experience with the previous Mavic 2 Pro. Now, the Mavic 2 Pro, it has that 1-inch sensor, which is a tad smaller than the Micro Four Thirds. When I first bought the drone, they advertised it as a drone that could do it all, even night footage. And I've seen some night footage from that drone, and when I first tested it out, I really discarded nighttime footage because I was not okay with the performance. I was not okay with how the colors played at night. But with the Mavic 3, yes, I was very surprised. So with the Mavic 3, I wanted to show you some examples of shots that I've taken, and I will talk about these examples further because there were some mixed results with different settings, and I have found that there are two particular ways of shooting low light scenarios and still maintain high performance. And these are images that, yes, they will have some grade of noise, but they clean up so well. So guys, without further ado, watch this sequence so you can see for yourselves how the footage came up. I will label each and every shot with some of the settings, so you can hit me up in the comments and say, hey, this is my favorite one, this is not my favorite one, and I will be talking after the sequence about all of the shots that I will include you right now. So guys, awesome, right? These shots were taken, like I said, in my hometown here in Aguadilla. They were taken around 7 p.m. It was at July 10th or something like that. And even though the UC, I first shot this at blue hour, and at a time like that, it was not like pitch black. But at blue hour, sunset, the sky is always very dramatic. That day particularly, we were experiencing a little bit of the Sahara Desert dust, and that, yeah, it's like having a pro mist filter whenever you're flying your drone. And the footage, it's a little bit gloomy, the skies, they turn a little bit gray, but all in all, yes, the color profile from the DJI, the D-Lock profile, it really hold a lot of color information, and I was able to grade this very nicely. As you can see from ungraded footage right now at the screen, you can see that the log profile is very flat when compared to previous versions of DJI's D-Log, and it is very apparent that the 10-bit produced by this drone is fairly superior than what came to us in the Mavic 2 Pro. Now, many people have said that the Mavic 2 Air 2S It's really comparable in terms of quality and in terms of flatness. But yes, I have still yet to try that drone. I am very satisfied with the Mavic 3 at the moment, so we'll see about that. So I know that I've said at the beginning of the video that there were two catches, that there were two settings for having this level of performance in the Mavic 3 Pro, and that is you might shoot in D-Log if you have a nice level of light pollution or light sources near the subject that you are trying to shoot, and you will be very okay shooting in the D-Log profile. Now, the catch to that mode is that you have a very limited ISO to these two values, and yes, it took me by surprise that I could not go further into, let's say, 6400, which is the maximum for this drone. And even though when switching into the normal color profile that you can reach up to 6400, I think that yes, maybe DJI could have pushed it a little bit farther, because at 6400, yes, you get noise, you get a little bit of noise, but as you can see from the images, noise is really clean, and you can clean it up even more in post if you are using software like Premiere Pro's plugin Neat Video. Neat Video is a paid plugin, you have to pay for it, but I think it's really well worth it if you are a night shooter, if you are a low light shooter, if you shoot with these DSLRs, paid works, drone footage, and you're getting paid. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, this video is not sponsored by Neat Video, but I really like that you can create custom profiles in order to clean up images, and you can really customize the level of noise cleaning inside of that plugin. It's very easy to use. Now, as for the top camera on this drone for night footage, if you are looking into delivering footage into a client, yeah, I don't think that the telephoto camera of this drone is any good for that matter. I have really gotten really nice results, and sunsets when shooting directly into the horizon, right into the sunset, as you can see from this footage. Really beautiful images that were captured with this camera, and yes, I've gotten a lot of comments, likes, a lot of motivation with these photos and this type of telephotography with the top camera. But for nighttime pitch black scenarios, no, don't do it unless you're spying on someone or something like that. It might prove useful, but for in terms of image quality, if you're a pixel peeper, no, you're not gonna like it, and I don't really recommend using the top camera at night for paid work, unless, yeah, you're a spy or something like that. So guys, a few tips that I'm gonna give you when you are trying to shoot nighttime photography with this drone is, yes, if you are in a zone that contains some light, shoot D-Log. Yes, push the capabilities of D-Log, because I think it's really worth the color information that you might get from the drone. If you are shooting in pitch black scenarios, like let's say a poorly lit city like the one that I am living on currently, yes, you might want to use the normal mode and then change your settings on the ISO. Don't be afraid to change them into the maximum, which is 6400, and you will get some results. You will get noise, maybe not the same color information as with shooting D-Log, but you will still retain a lot of details. And then if you have in post-production, if you have software like Neat Video, or you like removing noise on After Effects, which I've really heard some great things about it, yes, you might get excellent results by using those two methods, and you will really get really beautiful footage that otherwise you will not be able to get that level of quality with other foldable drones, like for example the Mavic 2 Pro. Mavic 2 Pro, yes, I really love that drone. I still keep mine, and I think that the quality is superb for the price. It's, yes, almost a perfect drone with that Hasselblad camera, 1-inch sensor. Yes. So guys, I really hope that you liked this version of DJI Fridays. This is the first episode, the first time that I do an episode or a series dedicated to flying the DJI Mavic 3 right now, which is the latest from DJI. So in the future, I hope to bring more valuable content on this drone, more tips, settings. If you would like to hear about my current settings for flying this drone daily, or some tips about trying to shoot certain shots with this drone, yes, leave the questions in your comments below. So guys, if you have more in-depth questions, leave me a comment down below. I am very active. I am trying to answer all the questions from my subscribers. So if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and let's grow this into a fine community. At the point in time, we are almost 600 people. I am very excited about the growth on this channel. So please consider subscribing. It's free. And I will be seeing you on the next episode, the other Friday, on this series, DJI Fridays. Guys, see you in the next one.